Really, there's three things you need as a business to get your name out there. You need when you start a web design business, I mean, think of what operating expense do you need? You really don't need much. You need a laptop. Basically it. You need a domain name and hosting, right? And so I got really lucky in the sense that when I was working for my mom, I became her operations manager. I started as a part-time employee. I ended up being full-time. Then she's like, hey, Sean is actually picking up on this stuff pretty easily. And then I became her operations manager, which basically means, Sean, you do all the stuff that I don't want to do, including marketing. And so I kind of had to figure out marketing as I was working for my mom. What I realized is that a lot of the companies out there, they were charging a lot more money than we had a budget for, so I had to figure it out on my own. And so I became my mom's marketing department. So I designed like 7 websites for her. We did a bunch of logos and graphics. And so I got my portfolio through client work, which was really my mom's department, and said, okay, in the moonlight hours, like after work, I'm gonna spend, I was working from 9 to 5. I would spend from like 9 o'clock till midnight building my own website, building my own content, saying like, hey, these are the same services that we could do. And so the cost was really minimal. And basically we just had to have a website. We did invest, the biggest investment that we had was I got a booth at the Central California Women's Conference, right? I just assumed that there's gonna be a bunch of business owners there. So that was like a $600 investment. And then I was like, oh man, I need some business cards. And so we spent like $50 on some business cards, spent $100 on some brochures, spent I think $200 on banners. And so overall it was like $1,000 for all this stuff. It wasn't necessary, but this is just what we did. But that initial boost helped us get like 3 or 4 clients that started our company. Those brochures, so really there's 3 things you need as a business to get your name out there. You need a logo, a business card, and a website. Business cards you could get for like $50 for 1,000. Okay, and what I did was I hit the ground by knocking on doors. I went into businesses and I started introducing myself. I like literally walked in. I was like, hey, sorry to bother you, but I'm new to the area as a business, and we do web design and graphics and search engine optimization. I just want to leave my card or my brochure with you just in case you guys needed any of these services. Like the most embarrassing thing I had to do, but I did it. And then I went to the Fresno County recorder's office because I heard that like, hey, if you're a business, you have to register with the county. And so I realized that, hey, all of that information is public. And so I could go to the county recorder, get a list of all the businesses in the area, and I could get their phone numbers. And so I started calling them. So I was knocking on doors, I was calling them, I started getting emails, I started emailing them. So the investment was cost-wise, money-wise was minimal. Sweat equity, meaning hustling, putting your boots on the ground and actually doing work, it was a lot. And it took me about 4 months before I made enough money in my business to where I had to make a decision to where I was like, okay, am I gonna pursue this full-time or am I gonna continue working for my mom? And that's when I made the decision, I'm gonna quit my full-time job and do this full-time. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Click subscribe if you want to see more content like that. And if you are a creative entrepreneur and you want to grow your business, learning from my mistakes, check out agency.butlerbranding.com.